Hi, it's Ingrid. I thought I'd take some time and show you my leg day non-weight bearing. And this took me quite a while to figure out how I wanted to still keep my legs fairly strong even while non-weight bearing. So I want to show you how I'm doing leg extensions. What I'm doing with my weight machine can also be done with resistance bands, but I got a stool that I can run underneath. And I obviously have help from my partner, so it's always good to have a gym partner. And we got it set up. So I'm doing my good leg right now, and you can see that my other leg is perfectly resting and perfectly happy, while my good leg is getting a nice little leg extension workout. And I will do 6 sets of this before I switch to the other leg, which I will show you in a few minutes. Next exercise. So I've switched sides now. I'm going to do this with my non-weight bearing foot. You can see it's above my ankle. Depending on the comfort, when I was in a cast, I had it positioned a little higher. I have cleared with my doctor that as long as I am not putting weight on the foot, I am good to go. So make sure that you clear it with your doctor, but I have cleared this with my doctor and they're all for it. So here it is with my non-weight bearing foot. Feeling it right in here. And I will do about 6 sets of this, and then I will see you on the next exercise. Back on the next exercise, a leg curl. We've switched me around and adjusted the bench, the stool here. Non-weight bearing leg is elevated, and we're gonna do a leg curl with my good leg. So again, you can do this with a resistance band, but find what's good for you and just bring the leg in. Again, I gotta do 6 sets of this, and then I will see you on the non-weight bearing leg. So I'm set up to do my other leg with the leg curl. This is my non-weight bearing leg. I think the one thing to really point out is you want to make sure that the force is going to be pulled in a way that doesn't affect your cast or your splint at all, so that it's just straight on. So just make sure you position the wrap or whatever you're trying, you've got your ankle wrap. Just make sure it's positioned properly for the weight. But I'm just going to go ahead and do a set. My foot and ankle do not feel a thing. See you next exercise. I do some cable hip abductions, leg out. Most of the time people do these like standing up and holding on to something, but this is a non-weight bearing exercise, so I just flipped it 90 degrees. So I would be laying down and this would be upright. So I've got here on my good leg. I lay down. I'm just gonna bring the leg out. I do a couple more sets of this, and then I'll show you how I do it on the bad leg. Got the strap now around my bad leg, which is still non-weight bearing. And I've made sure that the pole will be right at the metal part here. When I had the cast on, my cast went about up to here, and I actually put the strap right above the cast because I was still focusing on working the hips and thighs here. and that way it didn't pull anywhere kind of funny. But when I got the weight centered right on the bar here, it doesn't pull anywhere inside here. And we just lean back and we do a set. I'll do a couple more sets and see you on the next exercise. So we're going to do the hips again, only this time instead of pulling out, we're going to pull in. I'm going to do the good leg. This one is a lot harder for me, so we're not going to do as many reps, but basically I'm on the mat. I'm a little bit at an angle. I'm not able to brace with this leg at all, which I think is part of what makes it harder. But then we're just going to bring the leg in. And I will do a few more sets of that and show you how it's done on the non-weight bearing leg. Alright, so we're going to do the non-weight bearing leg now. I think this one's easier because I can brace with my good leg so that my body's not shifting. But I think all motion's good motion, so even if the R side wasn't as great, it's still good exercise. I got the weight set, so it's going to be pulling right at where the bar is. Again, in the cast, I had it up above the cast, but it's right at the bar, and it's comfortable, and my foot and ankle feel nothing. I will do a couple more sets of these, and I'll see you next exercise. I'm done with the machine or the resistance bands. I'm just going to do some body weight exercises now, and the first one is just some single leg kickbacks. So I'm going to roll on my side and lay down and just do a set of these. And I will roll and do the same thing on the other side. And I'll do this for 4 sets, and I'll see you next exercise. As you can see, I've flipped over for the next exercise, which is really simple but great for the glutes. Just gotta lay down and lift my legs up. Being careful not to bring the non-weight bearing foot in contact with the floor. I'll do a few more sets of these and see you on the last exercise. Last exercise, abs. We're gonna do some bicycle crunches. Lean back, legs up. I'm done. Between sets, I can rest my leg in a nice elevated position. I'm going to do a few more sets of this, but this is my leg day non-weight bearing workout. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care, God bless, and remember you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength.